My girlfriend, 27 female, is coming over when I, 26 male, asked her not to. Background: I am in the middle of final season right now for my first semester in medical school. On top of that, I am, for the first time ever, living alone. My mom sometimes comes and goes, leaving a bunch of food for me that I can choose to thaw and reheat to eat whenever. It has been a godsend and I appreciate it. I come from a very religious background along with a culture where relationships before marriage are taboo. So, honestly, my folks don't entirely know the extent of my relationship beyond the fact that I'm talking with someone. My girlfriend, together for about 1 year now lives 3 hours away from me. Honestly, it's been shaky in our relationship, but I still care for her. I'm honestly not even entirely sure how I feel about it all, but I enjoy my time with her generally and I want good for her, despite me thinking we have two very different outlooks on life and we manage life very differently. Honestly, after starting med school, I have begun to think that relationships are not for me at the time for all the drama they bring and all of the stresses and requirements. I'm struggling out here. My girlfriend has visited once before and I'm not gonna lie, it was nice. It was pleasant to have her stay with me for about 2 weeks. It was nice to cuddle up with someone. But then with the nice comes the not so nice. Number 1. I guess her background was a lot more affluent than mine. I'm kind of conscious of my spending, and even more so now that I'm having to take school loans and pay my own bills and everything. She doesn't get that. She still uses her parents' money and acts like money is not an issue. Money comes and money goes, but she doesn't even work. And she racks up her mom's credit card bills, and you can tell that her mom is like not happy with it and cannot sustain this kind of spending, but she doesn't berate her for a number of reasons that would be too long to go into. So all of that to say, I find it kind of wasteful when things are being used in a wasteful way around the house, or when I'm buying her shrimp and she's chopping off the lower half of already peeled, already deveined shrimp, along with toilet paper, paper towels, water, etc. This honestly should not even be number 1 because it's probably the most minor, but it's still a little bit grating cause it's on the forefront of my mind when I'm trying to live conscientiously. Number 2, she doesn't understand boundaries and is kind of messy. She just raids my pantries and my fridge and does whatever she wants, even if it's for me. And it's sweet, but I'm obligated to be happy that she did it when I'm kind of not. Because she never cleans up after herself. When I live alone, I'm very mindful of my mess and I clean up right away. I avoid dishes however I can. I put things away. She just takes things out of my cabinets without asking, uses them, beats them up, scratches up my stove, puts non-oven safe things in the oven, does not do her dishes that she makes and they pile up until I have to ask her to. And much more. And it's so upsetting because I liked having a clean environment and apartment but I'm unable to do that when she's here. Either because it's 5x more messy because of her or because I don't have the time because of school and now the additional time I have to spend with her. And I don't even ask her to cook or anything. In fact, I keep telling her that hey, I have a lot of food stored up and I'm trying to eat that. I don't really have the funds for more food. I'm broke. Yet she insists on buying more groceries, on top of every single meal instead of cooking in bulk. So then I have to spend an additional 20 to 30 minutes that I don't have trying to wash the dishes every time. I've asked her to do it, but she doesn't even do it. And it's the most frustrating thing to wash something after seeing it dirty for a few hours only for it to be used again in the next hour, especially if you are not the one to use it in either of the cases. Number 3, she's on this fitness wave and her fitness instructor drove into her the importance of protein. Great. Very happy about that. But now I'm in a position where she's often complaining about me not having enough protein in the house for her, when I am really not even meant to or nor do I want to support another person right now. And also, protein is expensive? And she's eating more than me? It gets kind of irritating at this point because that much excess is not necessary. All the while she's raiding my pantry, eating any snack she finds, eating multiple chocolate and candy bars a day, getting upset when I don't eat them with her even though I really don't do more than 1 chocolate a day if that. And it defeats the purpose of her trying to get that high protein / high fitness diet. And I'm high-key starting to feel like I'm gonna get diabetes if she stays with me. My mouth tastes sweet all the time and I hate it. So we talked after she left last week and I said hey, I have my finals and I don't think I can give much time. I'm just going to be locked into my studies. She mentioned coming back and I said I don't think that's a good idea, I'm going to just be studying. I literally said if you come, I will move my things to the school library and study there because I get distracted easily. It's true I do. I didn't get much studying done with her here. I lived very lax while she was here and I hate it because that's not what I want for myself. All of that to say that I did not want her to come. Like yes, while it was nice, it still was not conducive to what I have to do. And I have to absolutely crush this final. I went as far as to say that okay if you come, then let me be the one to tell you to come when I'm ready because I have to get my studying in proper. But I just checked her location and she is now making that 3-hour drive. She didn't say anything to me, and honestly, I didn't even say anything to her after seeing it. I did not want her come. It's also a very long drive for her to be making in the middle of the night, and she definitely has other priorities that she should have taken care of before even thinking about coming, like properly fixing her car, which I told her to do literally multiple times today. On top of that, my first final is Monday. I'm not going to be able to nor will I give her any time before then at all, and even after I have to keep studying. And I had just started to tidy up the mess that had accumulated from her last stay, most of her doing, and I have not even finished yet. I'm just so aggravated. I'm going to have to just play the happy guy who is surprised his girlfriend came, despite asking her not to, I guess? This is kind of a vent, but also, how do I even navigate this? Do I say anything on her drive that I saw?